setup going on. I was having problems with that. What else is new? Let me see if I can find my video content, and then we'll go. Where, oh, where are you tonight? Oh, YouTube Live, why must you do this to me? There we go. All right. Now, I feel like I'm going to be on this one. Let's do a little cut and paste. Hey guys, it's Sunday night. Happy Sunday to you. Let's see if I've got this up and running. And if we do, we'll get to tonight's card. Ooh, here we go. If we do, we'll get to tonight's card. A little backlash. Hey, Rosie, thanks for joining. Had a little bit of trouble, but what else is new? I'm getting the hang of it, slowly but surely. Good, happy Sunday night, guys. This is Tara with Tarabeth Stamps. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in mid-Missouri. Thanks, Rosie. Hey, Mary, how's it going? If you're on tonight, give me a shout out. Let me know where you're watching from. If I know you, I'll give you a shout out, obviously. So tonight we are going to use a couple of the online exclusives. We're going to make yet another Christmas card. So I am in love with the festive glimmer paper. And so I thought it would be beautiful, on this faux sidestep card. Hey, Laura, thanks for joining. Hey, Carol, thanks for joining. So we're doing this faux sidestep. This is stunning. I don't know if the camera is giving it much justice, but it is absolutely beautiful. So with a faux sidestep, it's perfect for those mantle cards, which I love to do for Christmas. Oh, welcome from Colorado. And then this is the back. So the sentiment has or, you know, the back, you can add a sentiment so you can sign your card. Hey, Lori, thanks for joining. And you can add that on there. But I love to create these cards that are just basically works of art to give those people that you know and love, especially other paper crafters. This is going to sit on their mantle just all the way past Christmas. I had 1 or 2 cards up that I left up by our TV. We have some built-ins with shelves, and I left several cards up all the way until I think it was March or April when I finally took them down and then put them in a little thing. So I've done a lot of cutting ahead of time. So we're going to get to it. So here's today's card. So we're going to use that golden greenery. This is one of our Stampin' Up online exclusives. We, of course, are going to be using the season of Christmas. This is my, hey, Mary, or Amy, thanks for joining. This is my all-time favorite sentiment stamp for Christmas. This is a go-to. If you don't have this, grab it before it's gone. These are amazing. So this is what we're using. And as I said, I have a lot of stuff already done out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create our card base. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you guys like it. Ooh, getting a lot of compliments on this one. I thought it was really pretty too. Okay, so dimensions, as always, will be available on my blog tomorrow. But what we have is we have a 5.5 by 8 sheet of Mossy Meadow. And we are going to score this. I got to get my little sheet here. I think I've got it. Yeah. At 3 inches, using that Simply Score tool to give that nice deep crevice. We're going to do that at 3. We're going to do that at 6. And we're going to do that at 7. And then I have a piece of 3 by 6 that we're just going to score at 4 1/4. And that's all we're going to need this for. So I'm going to throw this out of the way. Hey, Karen, no worries, no worries. I'm glad you made it. All right. So this is how we make our faux side steps. So this is going to be, so, you know, you can make side steps where you do like cuts down the paper and then you do these wonky folds and everything. I like the faux side steps because they're just so easy. Any beginner can make these. And once you make one, you can do these with so many different patterns. All right, so we're going to give that a nice burnish. I'm going to bring this other one and we are going to create a mountain at that large fold. We're going to create a valley at the second score line. And then we're going to make another mountain. And so if you don't understand what I mean by mountain, valley, mountain, what I mean is I've scored it so that I have that peak. We have that valley. and then we have another peak. So that's Mountain Valley Mountain is what I mean by that. So here we go. Uh-oh, I've got stuff falling off the table, so hopefully we're in good shape. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I've got this Season of Green and Gold. So once again, this is another online exclusive. This paper is stunning, and it just goes so well with that Festive Glimmer paper. And so what I've done is I've just created a nice little mat to go around this. And we're gonna have to change out my ink or my adhesive. So if you have a Stampin' Seal and you ever need the adhesive change, you can just buy these awesome refills, and they're so easy and quick. Oh, that's a Seal Plus. That's not what I want. So I'll show you how to do that. No time like the present to add in a little bit of extra training here. So they've got these great little things, but I just use my scissors and cut them open. All right, so there's my refill. Here's my cover that I've used hundreds of times. I use these refills like crazy. All right, and so I'm just gonna line that up right here. Maybe. There we go, and it pops right in, and then it just goes right off. The other thing that I normally do is I normally pull out any of that goo residue that's kind of stuck up there at the top. And I do that every time I change one. That kind of helps it from clumping later again. All right, so right there, that's all we're gonna do. All right, now we've got our seal moving here. And I am using seal with the DSP just because this Festive Glimmer paper does have a little bit of texture, and I think the seal grips just a little bit better than what you're gonna get with your liquid adhesive. So this is the front piece that we're putting on. And because this is a little heavy, that Festive Glimmer paper is, hey Karen, thanks for joining. We got lots of Karens in here tonight. Because I'm using this glimmer paper, I feel like it's a little heavier, so I'm going to use just a little bit more adhesive than I normally would. So there's that first piece, and then we're going to take this other piece, and as you'll see from the back, there's lots of beautiful gold with this DSP. As I said, this is an online exclusive, Seasons of Green and Gold. I love this plaid. This is truly a very traditional DSP set, in my opinion. You've got your gold and your greens. You've got Granny Apple Green. You have Mossy Meadow. You have Old Olive. It truly pulls out all of those. All right. And I like the stripes, the plaid, and the dots. My mom would go crazy because I'm using all these together. She'd say, you don't do that. But I thought it looked great. Fall has come here in Missouri. We had roast for dinner. It's been dark and gloomy and gross. So I guess I'll be spending a lot of time up in my card making room. All right, so now I'm just taking these layers that we've created, and I'm just adding them right here onto the card base, and I'm just leaving just a little bit extra on that side that you see so that we're making it visually pleasing. All right, so this is the card base. And as I said, all these dimensions will be available on my blog tomorrow. So here's your traditional card base for that faux step. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that seal out, and I'm going to give it 2 swipes down here at the bottom. And I'm going to decide where I want it. So I could put it in the center. That's fine. I do like mine kind of off to the side a little bit, but not all the way to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger down here, and I want it to be super flush. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but we want it to be flush right here. and then I'm going to seal it down. Okay, now what makes that faux card is I'm going to seal it back here as well. 3 inches of rain. Karen, did we really have that much rain? I knew that it was quite a bit, but I didn't realize it was 3 inches. That's crazy. I've just wanted to sleep all weekend. Okay, I'm putting that Stampin' Seal Plus up there, and I'm going to hold this down and make sure it's flat, and I'm going to seal that right there. So that's what creates that card base. Super easy, gorgeous to put on that mantle. Super nice. Now, I did do a lot of die cutting ahead of time. So what I have is I have the Decorative Trees dies. And so I cut one of the Granny Apple Green in the Glimmer. And then I cut another piece of the DSP. And I put the adhesive sheets on the back of this. Now, the adhesive sheets are cool in 2 different manners. They add adhesive in those really thin, intricate lines, but it also helps pull out some of that area that didn't come out in the die cut. So most of that's come out here. So I just peeled that back, and you can see that it left all of those pieces there. Now it looks like I am going to have to clean up this just a little bit. So those are kind of sticking there. Then we got that piece that goes flat. And that's about it. That's not bad at all. All right, so we also, hey Angie, thanks for joining. We also have that great brush that you can use to kind of clean out those areas. So now I'm just going to layer this up. And it's not so aggressive with the glitter once you get that DSP on there. So I like to kind of mute it down a little. As much as I love it, I do want it muted down a little bit. All right. Now we're going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals. I've got the end of that sheet, and we're going to add that to the card front. So we're almost done. This is a super easy card. So I'm going to put it right in the center. I don't always like trees like in the center, you know, like just hanging out, but I think it looks okay here. Okay, now let's get, there's 1 dimensional there left. Get rid of that sheet. So I have gone ahead and stamped my sentiment from the Decorative Trees, Oh Christmas Tree, with Versamark ink on a piece of Mossy Meadow, and then I die cut it with the Christmas label dies. So, and I heat embossed it with our new Wow embossing powder. And if you don't have that yet, get it. It's awesome. Embossing powders is something that I've always thought was fun to use. It's one of those favorite little things that you do. But some powders are better than others, and I love these Wows. So that's the brand name. Okay, I'm putting dimensionals just on the very side because I'm going to put regular adhesive just down here. So I could use the liquid adhesive, but I'm going to use Seal because you know that's my adhesive of choice. And now we're going to line this up. I'm going to bring it a little closer here and make sure we get it straight. Okay, there we go. So it's sealed right in the center. And I don't know if you can get how gorgeous this is, but I think it's really pretty. Okay, now let's see here. I feel like it doesn't say basic white or very vanilla with this cardstock, this DSP, but I really like, oh, it does dry pretty. Carol, you are correct. I feel like this is a very vanilla. So I've got a piece of very vanilla. This is cut at 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. And then that mat is just 1/8 an inch larger. I'm going to bring out some Mossy Meadow ink. And we are going to ink up that sentiment from Greeting of the Seasons. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it off to the side a little bit on this one, and I'm only going to add the leaves in the top. So I'm going to put that right there. And then I have the leaves, the pine leaves from Golden Greenery. So once again, these are 2 online exclusives. So I'm going to do a quick stamp there. I'm going to kind of rotate a little bit. And I think that we're going to call that good. Okay. Now I'm going to add this to my mat, and we're going to be done. Next week, I'll be back again on Sunday night. Hopefully, I won't have any irritating issues with getting here on YouTube. We'll do another card tutorial. This week, last week was free shipping, so I don't think there's going to be any specials. If you're interested in Paper Pumpkin, if you're a first-time subscriber, you've got 40% off. If you're interested in something like that, reach out to me. Let me know. I'll help you get set up with that. All right. And there we go. There's the back. I kind of like this one better than this one. What do you guys think? I feel like this is the one. And then here we go. Just a beautiful, simple mantle card. Let's make our envelope so that we are sending something out pretty. We'll do a little liquid adhesive here, and I've got just another piece of that DSP. I should be super grumpy next week because the temperatures are supposed to be cold all week. This girl's not ready to see the end of summer. And it looks like I'm getting this done in time, just in enough time to go watch some football. All right, we'll do a real quick trim here. I want to thank you guys again for joining me tonight on your Sunday night. I appreciate it. All the dimensions will be available on my blog. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And you guys have an amazing week. Thanks.